In this video, we will be finding out the reason why Nigerians have been trooping to America. And not only trooping there, but to stay put there. So guys, you already know by now that the multiple entry visa for non-immigrants to the USA, which was increased from 2 years multiple to 5 years not too long ago. But now it has been reduced drastically to 3 months by this Trump administration. And guys, but could it be that its reason for this is because of saturation or use and dump? When I mean saturation, meaning that we have too many Nigerians in the US relative to other citizens from other countries. And also, in addition to all this, just recently again, there is this additional ban to birth tourism, meaning you leave Nigeria with one intention in mind, to just give birth to your child in the USA so that your child will have a citizenship opportunity, and then you travel back to Nigeria. This will or has been put to a stop. And you wonder why this. I believe that America has dug into the statistics and discovered that there has been too many Nigerians coming to the US to give birth to their kids there, only for that one purpose, to have their child become an American citizen, and then they travel back to Nigeria. Not that they have any thing tying them to US, like business or like studies or like any other thing that is tying them down there for longer, but just to give birth to their child and run back to Nigeria. So this Trump administration has put a stop to that. But anyway, here I will be presenting to you a man that has dug into the history of why Nigerians are preferring America in the first place to be their first home rather than their own country, Nigeria. This man makes us to understand, the video you'll be watching now, he made us understand that in the first place, it wasn't like that. Nigerians were not preferring America to their own country years back. That it wasn't. Guys, let me allow you watch this video now.
Dr. Ambrose Igboke, an international affairs analyst who is joining us live from Enugu, Nigeria. Thank you for being with us, Doctor.
Thank you, Alison, for having me on the show this afternoon.
Now, what factors have led to Nigeria being singled out in this renewed U.S. advisory? And how significant is the issue of birthright citizenship among Nigerian travelers compared to other countries?
Well, I would like to trace the history of Nigerians flocking to the United States of America. Nigerians in the 70s and early 80s were not bothered about going to the United States. We were more interested in the 70s in going to the UK and then the Soviet Union then. Then later in the 80s, UK, we're not interested in visiting the United States of America for anything until sometime in the late 1990s. The American government itself introduced what they call the DVC visa lottery, which was actually begging Nigerians, especially professionals, to migrate to the US to take care of the scarcity of human resources and personnel in the United States. So that, ushered in this drove of Nigerians moving to the United States. So it was the United States government that invited the Nigerians. And over the years, it has been going on. When the United States, in a couple of years, turns around and start making it look as if they were not the ones that begged us to come to the United States, then it baffles logic. Also, a lot of Nigeria, because of the situation of the country, are very, very, interested in going to United States because of the exchange rate. Because the naira is very low in terms of value. So when you get a few dollars and you translate it to naira, it becomes big. So that is why some they believe the United States of America will be a better future for their children. Those are the driving forces behind, trying to have children in the United States.
Right. And how does the shift to single entry, short validity visas affect legitimate Nigerian travelers, such as students, business people, and tourists? And what are the broader diplomatic or economic implications?
Well, for me, I think Nigerians should start seeking other alternatives for overseas trip or overseas relocation. United States of America seems to be saturated by immigrants, and one of the promises of Trump during his election was that he was going to scale down on immigrants. So this is going to affect the United States because they make a lot of money from foreign immigrants, from students, from the workforce, from tourism, and Nigeria's capacity to spend money in dollar has actually made the United States of America a destination for many people who are either migrating or going to school or doing a lot of things. America will lose. Nigerians should seek alternative places so that they can seek greener pasture. And then the federal government of Nigeria should make sure that this country is better so that we don't have people trying to leave. When you talk to a lot of young people on the streets of Nigeria, what comes to their mind was they want to move out. They want to. There's a balance language we use called Jakpa. Jakpa means it's a Yoruba language that means I want to run away. So this is a very sorrowful trend. And that is because the country itself has been suffering from a lot of economic hardship. But if Nigeria can take time to resuscitate its economy, most Nigerians in diaspora don't even want to leave. It's the economic hardship that is making them leave. Most Nigerians love their country and they want to stay back.
Right. And from a legal and ethical standpoint, how does the US government justify targeting birth tourism? And what are the potential human rights concerns or international law implications of these visa restrictions?
Well, I think it is not good at all because the international treaties, multilateral treaties and the rest encourages free flow of movement for global citizens to move around. And America is trying to block that. And it's not good for international access to some other countries. Also, the issue of the Constitution is also a big problem. Is it within the rights of the previous president to make such an executive order, which is a contradicts the Constitution of the United States? I'm thinking that lobby groups, people who are affected by this, can challenge them in court. So let's have pronouncement from other courts and see if this law, because it's an obnoxious law and it does not in any way promote the humanity that the global search for unity is driving at. This is a dividing humanity, and it's not good at all for a global human space that we are trying to create.
Right. Doctor, as always, great to have you on the show. Thank you for being with us.
So, guys, you heard it from our great Nigerian man who dug into history. So, in the first place, Nigerians were not interested in going to the USA. USA needed us and came up with the visa lottery. And Nigerians took up the opportunity. USA needed our expertise to boost their economy. So for America to restrict us entering into the US, I see it as unfair. Guys, comment below. I think even though they feel the country is now saturated with the expertise hands they needed, there's a subtler way that Donald the president of America or the system itself. There's a better way or a more subtler way to address this, not to like reduce or the reduce the 5 years multiple visa to 3 years. I mean to 3 months, and not even 3 months multiple, 3 months single entry. And also now there's increase in visa fees. So guys, to me, my own opinion is that it's unfair. You needed us, you needed Nigerians to come and help, grow your economy. Then you must also have in place a system to appreciate, that we responded then, and we discovered that it's also a good place to stay. But not only discovering, that means we Nigerians that when to meet America's need to boost the economy, to boost the development of the country, that means we were a useful hand. So now the system should find another way of reducing the movement of Nigerians to there, not actually reduce 5 years multiple visa to single entry 3 months. So that means you cannot go multiple times, you know you know and I think it's not fair enough. I am pleading to the American government, try and adjust this. Just have in mind one reason, that in the first place you invited us through the visa lottery. You needed our contribution to boost your economy. Therefore, you should find a better way to keep that mutual relationship forever. It's a plea to the government of the USA to just look back and see the reason why we even came or flocked into the US in the first place, and redress issues. And as for me, my own contribution about this birthright tourism, it's okay if you give birth to your child in the US, but not for just one intention, that you just want to give birth to your child there and then run back. Peradventure, you may want to go there on a holiday, and you along the line give birth to your child there. Yes, that's fine, that's okay. But when you intentionally say, okay, I want to give birth to my child in the US, I don't have any stake there, I'm working in Nigeria, I'm based in Nigeria, let me just drop my child there and let my child be a citizen. I mean, it might not be fair on America itself if we keep doing it that way. I think it's better you probably give birth to your child there, then stay back there, do business there, at least contribute some things to that country. And then you can now come back to Nigeria, because really, it might not seem too good when you just dump your child there and come back. To any logic thinking person would think, oh, you're taking advantage of me. So guys, Nigerians, please, let's do it a different way now. If peradventure President Donald Trump adjusts that 3 months single to multiple again, let's go there probably months ahead, do business there, contribute somehow to their economy, and then have your child there, or you have your child there, then you base there, you study there, you do something, stay longer, so that it wouldn't seem as if we are taking advantage of that situation. So that is my own advice for us Nigerians. Let us not make it seem as if we're taking advantage. But I'm also sure that if an American citizen comes to Nigeria and give birth, the person will hold a Nigerian passport too. But anyway, this is America issue as to Nigeria. So So guys, what do you think? Comment below. And I love this man. Thank you for digging up history for us. For we that we do not remember or we don't even know at all. Thank you, our man here, for digging up that history for us. And also that history may have been forgotten by Americans. So I'm happy that you dug up that history so that any American themselves who are thinking, oh, Nigerians are taking advantage of us, when you hear what this man have said in this video, I'm sure an average American will now think, okay, it's not as bad as that. Nigerians are not taking advantage of America. More so, if you even go and base in America or you're a citizen or you go years to come, you will still have to contribute to that economy. So in a nutshell, it's just that it's easier for you because you're already a citizen, you know. Anyway, let me not say much. But guys, please comment below. What do you think? Put in your take. And President Donald Trump, please do adjust these 3 months. Let it be a bit softer on Nigerians, you know. God bless America. God bless Nigeria. Bye for now. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.